And after the government announces a £5 billion spend on defence drones, we look at how uncrewed devices could create 650,000 jobs by the end of this decade.
Now they've become a familiar sight and sound over the last decade or so, and the future of UK drones in the industry is very much on the up.
There's also been a massive investment in the technology by the government this week. Pete is going to be looking at this morning.
We're well used now to the whir of a drone overhead. The UK has this week promised more than £5 billion for drones in the armed forces, but there are many more business benefits, from farmers being able to monitor their crops and their cattle to surveyors creating maps. And then, of course, the amazing art, aerial displays and shows. We'll have lots more on the buzz behind the UK drone industry later in the programme.
These things have become a familiar sight and sound over the last decade or so. We're talking about the future of UK's drones, and the industry is very much on the up.
There's been a massive investment in technology by the government this week. Peter's looking at all of this for us now. It feels like something, I don't know, what, 10, 15 years ago we just weren't talking about at all.
It was such a novelty, wasn't it? And, you know, quite fun. Oh, maybe we get deliveries by drone. Now we're talking about really interesting and innovative ways. Farming, for example, you can map whole fields of crops so much more easily. You can then use fertiliser and water a lot more productively. That leads to all sorts of other benefits. And there's all sorts of examples like that as well. So a really interesting area for the UK economy to potentially grow and invest in. Good morning, everyone. As I was saying, drones, big business, from photography, crime fighting and even farming. Plus, of course, they're very much on the front line of modern warfare. And, well, perhaps you could even see deliveries by drones soon. That means that within the next 4 years, the industry is expected to contribute around £45 billion to the UK's economy. That translates into more than 650,000 jobs if the UK economy fully adopts the benefits that come with these unmanned aerial crafts. And as we've heard this week, the government has pledged to plough £5 billion into developing drones for the armed forces. Now, this will include uncrewed missile platforms, submarine hunting systems and armed drones that will accompany Apache helicopters. It will boost the UK's growing industry in this area of defence, from big players, of course, like BAE Systems in Lancashire and Berkshire, to smaller developers like this one in Lincolnshire.
It's a fantastically exciting time for the whole industry now, us in particular. Great to see written down now that drones and remotely piloted air systems are being looked at as that focal point, that core component now of the defence structure.
Unsurprisingly, drone tech is moving fast. Like the advance of AI, it's expected that drones will help some businesses improve productivity and efficiency. Academics at the University of Lancashire are already working out the difference they can make, in this case, to farmers.
One farmer we worked with was spending about 4 hours a day travelling around his farm just to inspect his cattle. He was using a quad bike, and it got quite dangerous in all weathers. When we taught him how to fly the drone and he used it on his farm, he cut that down to 30 minutes a day.
And drones are changing the way we celebrate too, effectively replacing fireworks in some cases. Like these spectacular scenes. Spectacular at an event in Grantley Hall in Yorkshire. A lot better for local pets as well, isn't it, than fireworks? This week's promised investment, just the latest boost then for an industry that's already helping a whole raft of UK industries fly high. And Naga Charlie, I was saying about some of the innovative ways. If you think about it, you know, inspecting power lines, train tracks, oil and gas facilities, those kind of things, ways we can imagine drones being used. There are probably all sorts of other innovative ways that we don't even know about yet that drones could help with. Really fascinating area of growth.
Doesn't it, Peter? Thanks very much.